Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From Bound into Comics. Resurface interview clips show co-creator Jerry Siegel confirm Superman stands for truth, justice, and the American way. I agree. For me, Superman has always stood as the quintessential and the actual image of America and the American superhero, but overall, Superman always stood for the American way, the truth and the justice and the entire thing. Every time I read a comic from Superman, it gave me that American culture, that American dream. Today, not so quite much, really. Today, it's kind of like a joke with him getting packed up on the bunghole in the latest comic book version and how woke it is and his son becoming bisexual and things like that. It's just not the same Superman anymore. So, not a surprise he actually changed his motto. But still, let's go and read the article. We know how DC feels about Superman Once Upon a Time motto these days, which they've altered, and how some who have portrayed a hero like Tim Daly have taken a liking to the new one.
For truth and justice and a better tomorrow. Hashtag me too.
Others who are forever linked to the Man of Steel, namely Dean Cain and the average Joe, grew up with a character like Lukewarm. Characters are lukewarm. Jesus Christ, English, you fucking retard! To say the least, to the departure of, quote, the American way, and quote, after so many years, most of them don't get it. It's easy to see why dumbfounded they ask themselves. I don't care, let's move on. These are the questions DC failed to ruminate over to don't care. DC editor thinking there in so many ways you must be of a certain background nationality to relate to the small farm boy, Clark Kent. Well, that's the thing, he didn't. Look at me, I'm a goddamn fucking Latino who read comic books as a kid. Even today, I still, well, not anymore really, but recently I used to read it. And I always found a connection with Superman. I didn't actually need to be a goddamn fucking alien from Krypton to actually feel connection to him. I didn't actually need to be an American to feel connection to him. And in fact, I actually loved the stories behind it. I actually loved the American culture, you could feel how palpable it was, the American culture, permeating from the stories that came out with Superman. And that, my friends, I loved it. I'm not American, I wish I were, but I'm not. And even then, I still feel connection to Superman. Obviously the old Superman, not the one we have now, which is bisexual, likes to be pegged in the goddamn bunghole, goes out on protests about climate change and things like that. That one, I'm not interested. Anyway, let's go. Read it. Pushback against this ethos by various readers and comic insiders of varying stripes, from Ethan Van Sciver to Gabe Eltab and Eric July is an academic at this point. And it is a topic to delve into again for another time, don't care. Once crucial, the presidency creates a bulk DC whims, the average John Q fan who understands that the culture. Therefore, I'm talking about the legendary Jerry Siegel, whose words of wisdom about Superman means stand for and why he was created. He was created Echo from Beyond the Grave in an unearthed clip from an interview in the 1980s with BBC4. 1980s? Whoa. Siegel says quite clearly he agrees with the idea. His and Joe Shuster's creation stands for truth, justice, and the American way. I absolutely agree. That was it. That was the dream. That was the creation. That was everything. Goddamn fucking fun. Go suck on my cock, you goddamn fucking morons! Don't they see I'm actually fucking busy right now, right here? God damn it! Don't you people have better time to call? Oh, anyway, fuck them. Anyway, the video was shared on Facebook by the page Comic Book Historian, and at first Siegel opened up but why? And Shuster conjured the big blue into the page with the world in such as bad shape during World War II. Yeah, it was. He said people desperately needed a crusader, if only a fictional one. Asked them if he could say what Superman stood for. Siegel replied, exactly the motto. used on the TV show. God damn it, go suck on my cock! George Reeves, fucking telephone. Anyway, that's to say, truth, justice, and the American way. To clarify, Siegel described the Man of Steel as a very clean-cut guy who would rule the world and is all powerful, but instead he uses his powers to aid the helpless and the deserving rather than exploit them. Yeah, one could... Well, then again, that's Captain America, so not quite. Yeah. I was going to use the Captain America example, but at least DC hasn't stooped to that level yet. But then again, we may actually see something similar with the Superman, the bisexual Superman we're gonna get. Oh, we are getting. Anyway, let me use the example. Anyway, in Marvel, Captain America received a few comics which they used various superheroes or various people trying to don or wear the shield of Captain America, and most of what they did was just to fight for certain demographics. The others, they don't give a shit. And that was a complete and total disregard to what Captain America stood for or what he did. Even then, it reminds me of the Captain America in Civil War 1. Yes, Marvel milked that shit out. Anyway, with Captain America Civil War 1, he was more of a liberal, more of a libertarian type of deal, in which he stood against the registration of the superheroes with Iron Man and things like that. And reading the comics, when it came out and things like that, I immediately stood in favor and with Captain America, because Captain America represented the American dream, the American way, liberty, truth, justice, even during the Civil War 1. But not today, not anymore. Because we failed to gatekeep the goddamn fucking morons. Now Captain America is just a shell. Cheap shell made in China. And which we may end up seeing with DC Superman, if this keeps going the way it does. Anyway, let's see. Siegel and Jester look back at the genesis of Superman in comics and in the depth exploration of his history by BBC docuseries Arena can be... I don't care. For many, I'm sure for Siegel he's talking about America in a nutshell. What the American way means to lift up the little guy and resist tyranny like Superman always does. Bear in mind, I mean on Earth Prime for the most part, outside of the Injustice Elseworld scenarios. Yeah, good point. Anyway, DC is turning their backs on his legacy, and turns out the wishes of the characters in whom they stifled before for decades. Yep, pretty much. It's just not the same thing anymore. They are destroying everything. That's why you always gatekeep on that goddamn fucking hell. Have a great fucking night.